Hello, folks. It's Bayo here, and you're welcome to today's session. We do have some new people who are joining us for the first time, so you're very welcome. You're in the right place at the right time. Once again, it's Bayo here, and in this session, what we're going to do is we're going to look at what true success is with an introvert-led expert on knowledge business. And because I received a number of questions, apart from the fact that this is part of the program, I received a number of questions that if I summed up everything, the question would be, what is true success with an introvert-led expert on knowledge business? Because that's what most of us, if not all of us, as far as I'm aware, that we operate. We operate expert businesses on knowledge businesses. Now, here's the thing I hear all the time. Okay, I hear this all the time. People ask me for advice and my introvert-focused recommendations on things like, on things like lead magnets, funnels, content marketing, information product creation, blog marketing, how to create audio products just like I do, delivering coaching, or maybe group consulting programs and so on. I get this quite a lot. But to be honest, those are all distractions in a sense. Now, you see, if an introvert entrepreneur's expert business that's aimed at solving a major business or life problem, having the impact that it's supposed to have. So let's say it's your business, you want to solve a major life or a business problem, which is what you really should be doing, okay? But if your business isn't having the impact it's supposed to have, it's not generating the type of income it's supposed to generate, or if your business isn't allowing you as the introvert entrepreneur to achieve the independence that you want, then usually just fixing one thing, maybe using a new tactic, isn't going to solve the problem that you are experiencing. And I know that this might not be what you want to hear, but it's what you do need to hear, particularly because you're an introvert entrepreneur, a heart-centered coach, consultant, therapist, speaker, author, or other type of knowledge expert. Now, why do I say this? Well, you see, if your overall business model is flawed, or it isn't working for any reason, more visibility, a message you believe should resonate with your ideal client, or a suite of coaching or consulting services, products or programs won't fix the problems you're facing as an introvert entrepreneur online. If your business model is flawed, a more attractive and sleek lead magnet, for instance, a thank you page or a funnel isn't going to fix the problems that you're facing. If your business model is flawed, more tactics, content, or a great marketing plan won't fix the problem you're facing. A common pattern I see among many heart-centered introvert entrepreneurs, excuse me, I have a bit of a cough here. Now, a common pattern that I see amongst heart-centered introvert entrepreneurs online is that when they're looking to increase traffic, what they do, and you might have done this yourself, is they go and buy training to learn a certain kind of traffic, maybe Facebook or Instagram traffic, for instance, and then they use that for a month. Sales or enrollments don't go up, so they figure out that that source doesn't work for them because they didn't see the increase in sales or enrollments. So they go and buy another training on a different kind of traffic. Maybe it's Pinterest this time or video marketing, and the next month the same thing. Or they are getting traffic, so you may be getting traffic that you need, but you aren't building the relationships with subscribers and making sales from those relationships. So you buy a product to teach you how to do that. Same thing. You don't get the results you need. And now, this happens a lot with introvert entrepreneurs that I've been fortunate to come across, teach, coach, mentor. And then next month, something else happens. Now, of course, for each person, even though you could be an introvert entrepreneur online, like many others out there, like me, like, hundreds of thousands of others out there, for you, it's going to be a little different because we're all similar as introvert entrepreneurs online and quite experts. However, we're still all different and unique. But the problem is this constant search for new tactics. That's one of the biggest problems one of the biggest causes of failure for introvert entrepreneurs online and quiet experts. It's not our preferences as introverts, the fact that we don't want to come across as extroverts, we don't want to be fake. That isn't the problem. It's this constant search for new tactics that's a big part of the problem. Because tactics don't make your introvert entrepreneur-led business successful. They never have, and tactics never will. A complete business model that works across the board and an understanding of the major business or life problem you solve for a specific type of business or individual, that is what makes you a successful introvert entrepreneur online. That is what makes your introvert-led business successful. Now let that sink in for a moment. It's not about tactics. The solution that you offer, I'm going to put it to you that your solution should not work for everyone because you don't help everyone. Your solution should work 100% of the time for the 1% or whatever percent that comes into your world that is designed to work for when they follow your step-by-step method and approach. However, or whatever number of steps that you might have in your ultimate signature solution offer. That's very important. And that's the problem with most of the business models used by introvert entrepreneurs online. What they do works occasionally, maybe sometimes. But as an introvert entrepreneur online, maybe you're a therapist, a coach, I don't know, a consultant, a healer. You have many different people in the Quiet Experts Method community cut across different areas of specialty, therapists, coaches, consultants. Maybe you're a healer. Maybe you're a writer, maybe you're an advisor, a medical professional, or any type of other professional that offers expert knowledge solutions. And indeed, it's been great with the Quiet Experts Method community because I've come to learn about certain roles and solutions and things I never even knew existed. But irrespective of where you are in this whole spectrum of being a quiet expert, you don't want to build an occasional business, do you? I believe you want to build a solid business that will stand the test of time and allow you to change lives. Am I right? So since you're absorbing this information right now, I believe you're either an introvert entrepreneur online, an introvert that's an introvert that uses the internet as part of your overall business, or you're not just getting the type of results you want in your business, and you want to solve that problem so you can have more impact, income, achieve more independence, and also, most importantly, change more lives. That's why I believe you're here today. Now, if that doesn't describe you, everything I'm saying here is a waste. It's a waste for you. It's a waste of your time, to be honest. So this is not for you, and you can safely quit right now. Now, assuming that you are an introvert entrepreneur online, a quiet expert, and you're not getting the type of results you want in your business, even though you know in your heart that you have solutions you can offer, maybe products or services, so you know in your heart, and your heart is in the right place, let me give you a simple solution that I'd like to invite you to use. Now, number one is you've got to put the right pillars in place in your expert business. What do I mean by pillars? By pillars, I mean three things. You've got to get crystal clear about the problems you solve and who you solve it for. You've got to compress how you communicate the problem you solve and who you solve it for into a single powerful sentence. And I don't mean creating an elevator pitch, by the way. And number three, the third part of having your pillar in place in your business, if you don't already have it, is to create a visual representation of the steps your ideal client or customer needs to take to get them from point A to point B, with point B being the ultimate solution or destination they want to get to. Those are your pillars. Those are the components of the pillars of your introvert-led expert business online. The second thing you need to do is position yourself. By this I don't mean posing, but what I mean is for you to be seen as the person with the solution to the major business or life problem your ideal clients or customers you identified want to eliminate. You note that everything we do is focused on the introvert entrepreneur online. We're not for just everybody and anybody. In fact, there might be people that have the same problem as introvert entrepreneurs, but we're not catering to those individuals. So listen to the piece about pillars again and determine what exactly you need to do. So I said there are 3 things you need to do. So the third thing you finally need to do is have a presence. So we've said that you've got to get crystal clear on the problems, compress and communicate the problem that you solve into a single sentence, and visualize how you solve. You get people from point A to point B. Then I've also said you've got to position yourself as the person with the solution to the major business or life problem your ideal clients or customers have. And now finally, thirdly, you've got to have a presence online, of course. Now this means you've got to use paid or free traffic to share content that converts. Not just any content, but content that converts. And in another week, we're going to talk about content that converts, how to create that from what you already have, by the way, so you're not guessing. When you share content that converts, you should do this preferably following a 1-page marketing plan. Now, why a 1-page marketing plan? I found that when marketing plans are too involved, they never get used as they should, and so they defeat the purpose. So keep your marketing plan to a single page. And as part of this program, of course, we'll be going through that, and I'll show you exactly how to do that. I can tell you this, as an introvert entrepreneur online, if you take action on what I've just shared with you, whether you're listening to this live on the community call, listening to a recording, or reading a transcript, if you act on this and don't treat it as maybe just more information to file away somewhere for some point in the future, you will start to see changes in yourself and in your business. So by now, for many people, I think everyone who's here today already knows this, even if this is your first time, because that's how you got here. But by now, you probably already know that I'm an INFJ, okay, an INFJ introvert, proud of it as well. And I started my first service business in the mid-90s when I had no knowledge of what it takes to start or run a consulting or coaching business. But I knew I didn't want to continue 9 to 5 and the temporary jobs I was doing. So add to that the fact that I was even more highly introverted when I started out than I am today. It's no surprise that I failed. Yes, I failed 3 times in the first 5 years, but was either too ignorant to give up and go back to a regular 9 to 5 job, or I just didn't know any better. I can't honestly say right now that it's because I was so focused and I was so driven. No, it wasn't. I probably just didn't know failure, but I knew what I wanted. So I don't say it to brag when I say that I get what it takes. I really, really do understand what it takes to be a quiet expert, an introvert entrepreneur online in this day and age of expectations that you need to be everywhere all the time, just like you're an extrovert. Believe you me that you can be full-time online as an introvert entrepreneur who offers your knowledge and your expertise as the solution to a major or business life problem, and you can be very successful at doing that. You can achieve highly consistent income. You can achieve independence and change lives around the world thanks to the internet, like I've done, and continue to be blessed, because I believe I'm blessed to be able to do this. And the best part is that you don't need to fake it till you make it. That used to be a saying back in the day, fake it till you make it. No, you don't. You don't need to try to come across as an extrovert when you're not. You don't need to feel anxious about running your business and self-promotion and tooting your own horn. And you don't need to ever pressure sell or dread being in a position where you have to ask someone to commit and pay you to help them. Over the years, so as just to be clear, nothing I'm revealing here happened overnight. So if you're looking for some guru that's going to tell you that this can happen in a flash, that's not me, and that's not what we talk about with the Quiet Experts method, because it's just not true, okay? I don't have any flashy boats, any flashy cars, or any flashy houses. That's not my intention. If it's yours, then, good for you. But I want to be very clear and very transparent that nothing I'm revealing here happened overnight. Over the years, I've coached and taught thousands of people, created hundreds of products, had hundreds of thousands subscribed to my lists over the years, that is, and many of those lists no longer exist, and I've lost count of the number of emails that I've written. And in the process, I've gained a deep understanding into the psychology of success when you're an introvert entrepreneur who does business online. Now, a key part of that is what I've just shared with you. I shared it with you as a member of the Quiet Experts Method community, as a fellow introvert entrepreneur online. Why? Well, because I believe that if you're going to be successful, you need to understand the what and your why. The what you need to do and why you're really doing this. Why I'm in this business, because I really, really am committed to helping introvert entrepreneurs online solve major business or life challenges that they face. That's what I'm about. But that's my why. What about you? And the what is what drives the 3 major steps within the Quiet Experts method. So I do believe you're going to be successful, and to do that, you need to understand the what and your why so that you can implement the right strategies and tactics for you based on your introvert preferences. Now, I'm an INFJ again. You might be an ISTJ. You could be anything. You could be any of the 14 different types that are out there. But that's not as important as knowing the what and your why, okay? So your introvert preferences will be a part of your grand plan to achieve your goals. And that's because, as I said earlier on, there is no single tactic that has worked for everyone that will also work for you. Not that's worked for everyone. That works for extroverts, that will work for you. Even certain tactics that work for introvert entrepreneurs may not work for you, but you will have similar tactics, similar strategies that work because they allow you to play to your strengths as an introvert entrepreneur. So that's a fair amount of content. So let me pause and take questions on anything we've covered so far in this session. Okay, so I'm going to pause. You just need to raise your hand using the controls we spoke about. And if you want me to unmute you, that's fine. If you want to type in your question, that's fine too. Remember, this is a community of introvert entrepreneurs. So I know that there are certain things that we'd like to do. So type it in, or just, raise your hand and I'll unmute your phone. And remember, there are no silly questions, by the way, absolutely no silly questions, because we're all at different levels of growth and development in our business and indeed as individuals. So all questions are meaningful, all questions are welcome, and that's why you're here on this program. So let me see who's going to go first. I'll just check the queue.